Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the worst, the dumbest, the biggest waste of space of a Hot Wheels series ever created. This is the Tooned series for 2022. All right, let's get into this mess. Alright everybody, welcome back to Weston Racing, and today is a sad day. It just started snowing outside, winter is closing in, everything drab, dreary, and depressing is here, and you know what came with it? Garbage Hot Wheels cars, that's what came with it. I will say it, I hate the Tooned series. I think it is the dumbest Hot Wheels series ever created, and I can't imagine why people enjoy this series. It sucks. From a collector's standpoint, do you know what it's like to go to a Walmart every weekend looking for cars just to see what they have so you can buy some new stuff? And the shelves are just crowded with the same tuned car, 3 pegs wide full, because nobody buys these moronic things, yet they keep producing them. I wish I could write an entire book about how stupid these cars are and why Hot Wheels should quit making them, but they just keep making more of them, and they keep getting more and more annoying as the years goes on. I don't understand why we keep getting these things. I'm pretty sure, I hope I don't jinx myself, but I'm pretty sure 2024 doesn't have a Tooned series, and I hope it stays that way, because good God, I hate these things so much. They're so stupid. They could have done something cool with the series, but no. Let me show you what they decided to do with this series. I want you to imagine in your head a Chevy Silverado, if you will. Just a beautiful Chevy Silverado. Now I want you to imagine what that would look like in a cartoon. Got it in your head? Okay. Now you're probably imagining, like me, what a Chevy Silverado would look like in a cartoon. It would look pretty boxy. It wouldn't have a whole lot of the dimensions that a Chevy Silverado would have in real life. It would look pretty like it would look like a block on wheels, kind of, with, you know, some Chevy emblems here and there, mirrors, you know, pretty simple, right? This is what Hot Wheels thinks a tuned Chevy Silverado would look like. And okay, I want to make sure you know this. Tuned does not refer to a tune-up, like a bigger engine, like a bigger engine. We're talking spoilers, neon lights. That's not what they mean by tune-up here. They mean like cartooned. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this video. We're taking a look at 5 cars here today. There is a chase piece in this series. I don't know why in the world Hot Wheels thinks it's a good idea to put chase pieces in this garbage series, but we'll get over it. This is like the first time that I've ever actually experienced pure anger in a Hot Wheels video. This is kind of embarrassing. Anyway, you know what? I don't feel too bad about it. Here we have 5 cars. I'm going to be completely honest with you. They're not all bad. There's 2 cars in here that I would actually argue are okay. The other 3 should be burnt in a fire, and that's probably what I'm going to do with them when I'm done with them. That's not true. Anyway, we're going to get through them here. The chase piece is in the middle of this series, so I'll tell you when we get there, when we get to that. And thank God, both halves of this video will have a normal, digestible car in it, because like there's a part of this series that actually makes sense in here somewhere. And that will be with the final car that we look at that actually makes good sense. Why they put it in this series actually makes sense. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started with this video. Arguably starting with the worst car in this entire set is the tuned Volkswagen Golf MKI. Now, God, I hate it so much. Like, I get it. There are cartoons out there where the cars look like this, but God, couldn't you have done something like a normal Volkswagen Golf MKI and given it like a cartoony paint job or something? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. These cars are so freaking stupid, and they take up so much useless space. I just don't understand. All right, let's get into it. This is going to be the most begrudged unboxing ever. Oh God, it looks so dumb. It looks so dumb. Those of you who may remember and are veterans of the channel, I did a die-cast derby once, and my grandmother chose a Volkswagen Beetle that was part of the Tooned series, and that thing literally didn't drive on Hot Wheels track. It just rolled because it was like a ball. That thing was so goofy. Anyway, here it is. We've got a white body, a red chassis, black tires with gold rims, and yellow window inserts. I just want to make sure you guys are taking this in real quick for me here, because man, I am having a hard time digesting this. Now, here's the thing that I really like about the Tooned series. The paint jobs are actually pretty cool. The paint jobs on these cars aren't stupid. It's just the cars themselves that are stupid. So taking a look at the paint job here, we got a 68 on the door. We got the old Hot Wheels logo, which is really cool. I like the fact that they went for a vintage Hot Wheels look on this, like the original days of Hot Wheels when they used this color scheme and had that logo. That is cool. Ryu right there, because this is one of his cars that he created. You know what? I feel bad for hating on Ryu now. Are all of these cars? Okay, only 2 of these cars were created by Ryu. This is the only blunder in the case that was Ryu's fault. And I feel bad for saying that because Ryu was really cool. And rest in peace, man. But anyway, so yeah, just taking a look at this car here. I am a mess right now. Holy crap. This side of the car, exactly the same but mirrored. Front end, really Hot Wheels. You actually paint in a front end on the Tooned cars. Why can't we get that on the normal cars? God. We got the Volkswagen logo here, the grille, headlights, and reflectors there, which look really cool. Back end, no paint on it, and we got the little tailpipe sticking out here. You can also see a spare tire, although I'm not sure what that spare tire would go to, because if you look, the spare tire is obviously larger than the tires on the actual vehicle, so a lot of good that would do. Here is the bottom. And yeah, there we go. I gave this car way too much screen time. All right, here comes the turkey. Here's a car that I'm actually okay with. Thank you, Ryu, for giving us some calm in the storm. This is called Skull Shaker. It's meant to be a tuned bone shaker, but because Hot Wheels understands kind of what tuned should mean, they did something different to make this more interesting. Allow me to explain once I get the car open here. Let me show you what makes this one so cool. The reason why it's called Skull Shaker is because if you look, when you roll this car, the little head on the inside bobs back and forth. At least it should. Yeah, the little head bobs back and forth. That's why it's called Skull Shaker. You can see here the little head does bob back and forth, and it uses these little prongs on the back tires to hit these little nudges, which nudges it in each direction. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah. That is pretty much the whole functionality of that car. But like I said, it's a tuned bone shaker, but they actually did something different with it to make it interesting. I like this car. I think this is cool. And I wish they would do the other tuned vehicles like this where they had some sort of functionality to them to make them more interesting. Like this. They could have done something with this, maybe made it to where it like, maybe make it to where it has like some functionality to it so it spins in circles really easily or something. Just make these cars more interesting. Just don't make them bad. All right. Got a gray body, a black chassis, black tires with gray rims, no window inserts, and then we got a plastic piece, which is purple here. That looks indigo on your guys' end. This is like a lavender purple on my end. That's really interesting. The side panel says Ryu, Hot Wheels, and Shake and Go on the door there. We also got this really cool pinstriping effect. And that's the same thing on this side as well. You can see the huge motor mount. Pretty much all the details of the bone shaker there. The fuel tank, the battery. You got the zoomies here, or the headers, the zoomies, and the skull face there with the headlights. So pretty much just a tuned bone shaker, but they actually gave it just this little something extra to make it more entertaining, and I appreciate them for that. These ones were not peg warmers at my Walmart. Literally every single vehicle in this video except for this one and the final car were peg warmers. This one wasn't, because it actually was cool. All right, I want to make that very clear. Anyway, that is it for this car. Let's get on to car number 3. next up is the chase piece for this video. This is the treasure hunt here, Tooned Twin Mill. God, again, I wish they'd put a paint job like this on an actual twin mill. That would look fantastic. But instead we got it on the tuned one here. And I will say, the tuned twin mill, whoo boy, this thing is disgusting. But anyway, I'll get the acetone out and do that process. And yeah, we'll just get right to that. Here we go. The tuned twin mill is out of the bag. One of my favorite things ever is seeing that on the inside of the package when you open it up. That is just so satisfying. Anyway, here it is, the tuned twin mill. We got a black body, black chassis, black tires, and silver rims with a almost blacked out window insert there. And yeah, this is it. This is the tuned twin mill. I mean, it looks goofy. It looks really goofy. I don't even know what to say. If you look at the top of the vehicle here, you can see that we've got some pinstriping with some really cool, just normal lime stripes and the Hot Wheels Treasure Hunt logo right there. Hot Wheels logo down there. And that is literally the entirety of the paint on this car. There is almost nothing except for that. And that is it. There's the bottom of the car. I forgot to show the bottom of Skull Shaker as well. Right there. And yeah, there you go. That is the second most unappealing treasure hunt ever created. The first of which being the Volkswagen MK1 that came out this year, 2023. That is probably the least appealing treasure hunt ever made. This is the second least appealing. All right, here's the turntable. Tease this one at the beginning of the video, and now it's time we actually take a look at it. This is the tuned 83 Chevy Silverado, and I gotta say, I'm very curious. We need a normal version. Why don't we have a normal 1983 Chevy Silverado Hot Wheels? I'd rather get that than this. Do the paint job, doesn't matter. Just anything would have been better than this. All right, moping out of the way. Let's just see this thing out of the package, I guess. All right, here it is, the goofy friggin' Chevy Silverado. Here's what it looks like. God, it's even more pitiful in person. All right, so we've got a blue body with a black chassis, black tires with silver rims that aren't centered on the tire or centered on the peg, which is really nice. And we got a smoked window insert. The side panel says Ryu and has the Hot Wheels logo. There is no Ryu Rides sticker on the card though, which I thought was interesting. However, this is apparently a Ryu ride. He apparently designed this, I guess. I don't know. The front of the vehicle has nothing on it. This side is the exact same thing but mirrored. I also just realized there's tail lights as well that I didn't point out. And the tailgate opener is also painted in. You can see the huge engine mounted to the front. Got the KC lights up here, or the headache rack back here. Really cool. Here's the bottom. And there you go. That is our Chevy Silverado. You can kind of see that there's stacks on the bottom too. Not that they matter. But there you go. That is our Chevy Silverado. Let's get to the final vehicle so we can close this thing out. Finally, a car that makes sense in this series. Here we have the Barbie Extra. This is apparently from it's either a TV show or a new toy line that they started doing. Either way, it's Barbie. So first off, that's amazing. And secondly, it is the only car in this entire thing that actually makes sense. It's from a cartoon. I'm pretty sure this is based off of a TV show. This car is from a TV show, which means that this is based off of a cartoon, which means having this car in here makes a whole lot more sense than having these random vehicles that don't make any sense. So here we have the Barbie Extra. And I'm actually really excited to open this because, as I said, that is what the Tooned series should be. It should be cars from cartoons. That would be cool. Instead of the random vehicles that we get, this would be way cooler. So here it is. We got a silver body, a pink chassis, black tires with hot magenta rims, and we've got a blue window insert. So here we have the vehicle. The doors look like angel wings, which I think is really interesting. Kind of really cool little door design there. The front end is pretty neat. The headlights are stars, and if you look at the hood, it says Barbie Extra in really tiny print. The back end has the tail lights are stars, and it says Barbie Extra on the license plate spot there. Got some stars everywhere. And if you look, there's even a pool in the back. This car has a hot tub / pool in the back. How cool is that? Good Lord, that's awesome. And here is the bottom with the Barbie Extra. There you go, everybody. That is the final car for today's video, the Barbie Extra. And yeah, let's get this video done and over with. So there you go, everybody. The world's crappiest Hot Wheels case, the Tooned vehicles. I just downright hate these cars. They are so, not all of them. Like I said, Skull Shaker, and the Barbie Extra are my only passes for this case. Everything else was just a waste. We could have gotten some better cars in the mainline, but instead they were taken up by those three. Heck, we could have gotten a better chase piece if it wasn't for that twin mill. I really don't like this series. I really don't. It's so nonsensical. And like, I get it, they're kids' toys, but again, the same argument. They're kids' toys, but the kids aren't buying them. Nobody's buying them because they're not appealing at all. Unless if you've got brain damage, I guess. Which, you know, judging by the fact that I'm on Facebook, I guess that makes sense. But, yeah. That's all I got for today's video. This is probably going to be my most disliked video out of all of my videos. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I wish YouTube still displayed the dislike ratio, because they don't do that anymore to not hurt people's feelings, I guess. I don't know why they don't do that. That's the stupidest thing ever. You should display the dislike ratio. You really should, YouTube. And I'm honestly saying this straight up. You should display the dislike ratio on this video specifically, because I have a feeling the dislikes are going to be a lot higher than the likes, and I think that's going to be really funny to see. Unless if I get proven wrong, which I don't really care. Either way, I'm going to win this situation, dang it. So that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next diecast unboxing video. Which, we're actually getting into December here, which means we're going to be changing things up next month. You know, my typical formula that I follow with the, doing like Monster Truck Hot Wheels, Matchbox Monster Truck Hot Wheels. We're going to change that up next month. We're doing 6 videos. They're a bit unusual for how I normally do things. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, we're getting close to 2024. Time to change everything up on the channel again. Sorry. All right. Peace out.